You will not believe how expensive it is to live here in Glen Ellyn. In this video, I'm going to talk about 5 things that might make you reconsider on making that move or living here in Glen Ellyn. My name is Blankenship, your favorite Chicagoland realtor, and if this is your very first time on this YouTube channel, you should definitely consider subscribing because I bring out weekly content with what it's like living, playing, and everything else in between here in the Chicago Burbs. And if you're considering making a move or relocating anywhere here in the Chicago Burbs, I have so many people reaching out to me from YouTube. It's absolutely awesome. Feel free to shoot me a message, shoot me a text, call, email, whatever it may be. All my information is down below in the description, but let's just get right into this video. And to start off with reason number 1, if you've ever watched any of my Glen Ellyn videos before on YouTube, shameless plug, I'm going to plug them all down below in the description as well because I have a playlist, but you know that I always bring up weather. And weather here in Glen Ellyn and just Illinois in general can get extremely brutal here in the winters, especially with all the snow. And you know, you just never know what the weather is going to be like from like January to March. Literally, I was showing homes over the weekend, super beautiful, 60, sunny. We're in the middle of March right now, and currently right now there is snow on the ground. It's snowing, windy, super hard right now. But I'm going to flip the script on this one, and I'm going to talk about the summers here. While you know Chicago summers and Illinois summers are absolutely incredible, there's one thing that I don't like that you guys need to know, and it's that it gets extremely humid here. So like literally there are times like when you just step outside, you know, you just start drenching in sweat. And then the summers here as well have a ton of mosquitoes, especially at night. So pro tip if you're moving here or you currently live here now is that stock up on that insect repellent during the winters because it's probably cheaper then. And you know, you can just have it all for you in the summers and when you're entertaining your backyard or going out to like downtown area or any of the parks. But you know, while the summers do get extremely humid, you know, the summers are absolutely incredible here. There's so much to do when it comes to just being in the burbs or in the city of Chicago. And you know, I talk about the winter a ton, but you know, without snow, you can't go skiing, snowboarding, and do all those winter festivities. 2 is that sometimes traffic can get annoying. So there are 2 major public high schools here. There is Glenbard South and Glenbard West, and typically in the mornings I live near Glenbard South that, you know, sometimes the roads can get pretty busy with everyone dropping their kids off to school or, you know, all the students driving to school. And you know, that goes for all the elementary and the middle schools here as well. It can definitely get tough. And here in Glen Ellyn, we actually have the College of DuPage here, and if you guys don't know what the College of DuPage is, you know, it's an awesome community college that's located here in Glen Ellyn. You know, I live really close to that as well, so I mean the traffic is, you know, kind of annoying sometimes, you know, when it comes to living here in Glen Ellyn with all, you know, all the schools going on, especially during school hours. And you know, a good thing to just realize too if you're just relocating here is that, you know, the schools down in downtown Glen as well with all the elementary, middle school, and as well as Glenbard West, is that the streets like going north from Roosevelt, like Main Street and stuff like that, they're one ways, ton of stop signs, and then, you know, it definitely gets like a struggle as well, especially if you're in a rush. My best advice if you're moving here to Glen Ellyn and to avoid the traffic is just, you know, just really time block on when you're going to leave and the things that you're going to do. I mean, it's kind of annoying for me, but because I'm always out and about showing homes or going on appointments with my clients. But you know, at the end of the day, it's not that bad. It could be worse. I've lived in Los Angeles before and the traffic is absolutely brutal there. Later from 2 to 8, it's rush hour. But over here in Illinois, Glen Ellyn just in general, you know, it's obviously worse if you're commuting back and forth from the city of Chicago. We got trains for that. We have a train station in downtown Glen Ellyn. But you know, it's just keeping in mind is that it's pretty easy to predict on when the traffic is going on here in Glen Ellyn. So that's just something you gotta keep in mind when it comes to relocating here as well. And then reason number 3 is that you will not believe how expensive it is to live here in Glen Ellyn. I'm gonna pop up a screenshot right now and I'm gonna talk over it from bestplates.net. But basically you can see here is the cost of living when it comes to here in Glen Ellyn, and it compares it to the state of Illinois as well as the USA in general. So you can see typically in the USA, you know, they base off 100 scale, and just generally in Illinois, you know, it's under the national average, and here in Glen Ellyn, you know, it is significantly up at 125.5. But you know, when it comes to grocery, health, utilities, you know, miscellaneous things, I mean, it's not significantly higher than the USA average. It's pretty much there. It's either right above it or right below it. But you know, something that makes living in Glen Ellyn a little more costly is housing costs, transportation. The median home cost here in Glen Ellyn right now, according to bestplace.net, is $376,000, right above that. And you know, I can give you a little deeper further analysis depending on what parts in Glen Ellyn or what you're looking for. You know, the markets are definitely different when it comes to attached or detached single family homes, so I can definitely go further in that. But you know, the cost of living is definitely higher here. So you know, if you're doing your research and you're considering making that move, if you're from Chicago, you know, just remember that the prices here are kind of higher. But you know, with the medium home cost of being $376,000, you get a lot of bang for your buck, especially being really close to a lot of neighboring suburbs around here, like Naperville, Eden, Elmhurst, Lisle, places like that. And you know, you're really only about a 40-minute drive from the city of Chicago, so it makes a perfect weekend trip, and there's a ton of stuff to do here still. Reason number 4 is that Glen Ellyn is in Chicago, okay? You know, a lot of people, you know, that you ask that are from Illinois and they're from the suburbs, whether it be Glen Ellyn, Naperville, Wheaton, and you ask them, hey, where are you from? They're probably gonna say Chicago. I mean, I told all my buddies that when I lived down in LA, I lived in Los Angeles. I really lived in like the Pasadena area. It wasn't the same. But just gotta keep that in mind as well, especially if you're relocating here from another state, is that this isn't Chicago. Chicago, the city, is definitely different from the burbs. So if you wanna live in the Chicago, you like the hustle and bustle. You really don't get that here in the burbs as much. It's definitely a lot more slower pace. And like I brought up in reason number 3 is that, you know, Glen Ellyn isn't that far from Chicago, so you can still enjoy, you know, all of your favorite restaurants, bars, and entertainment out there. But you just gotta keep in mind is that this is Glen Ellyn, not Chicago. 2 different things, both have their pros and cons, and I've done videos on both. I'm going to link them down below in the description as well. But just keep in mind, this isn't Chicago, but there are a ton of great things here to do in Glen Ellyn still. You know, the downtown area is absolutely beautiful, and we're surrounded by a lot of different downtown areas. Downtown Naperville, downtown Elmhurst, you know, you got downtown Wheaton here, and all of them offer different kind of things to do that, you know, it's not the city, but it comes pretty close because you got a wide variety of things to do in the downtown areas. Okay, last but not least is reason number 5, in that Glen Ellyn has a significantly high property tax rate when it comes to owning a home here. So if you're considering relocating here and you know you're gonna purchase a home, definitely keep in mind just the property taxes are kind of high, and it's pretty high in general. I'm gonna pop something up on my screen right now that says Glen Ellyn maintains a property tax rate of 6.43% of the property's assessed value. The median property taxes paid for residents in Glen Ellyn is about $7,000. So, you know, I tell a lot of people that reach out to me on YouTube that are looking to purchase a home is that, you know, it is hefty. I mean, it's all of Illinois just like that. And a lot of people ask, what does the property tax go to typically? And if you shoot me an email, I can go deeper for that for you. My information is down below in the description. But generally, most of it goes to the school districts here. You know, my parents probably pay north of $7,000, probably significantly more for our house right now. But, you know, if you're just looking at that, I mean, the school districts here are incredible. Here, basically, a majority of the cities of the western suburbs. I talk about it all the time in Glen Ellyn, and I'll post more links in the description. I'll also pop some things on the screen that you can see about the rankings here when it comes to going to the public schools, Glenbard South and Glenbard West here in Glen Ellyn. But you know, I gotta keep in mind that I gotta let you guys know about property tax, and I let all the buyers know about that are thinking of relocating here, that reach out to me from YouTube. So if you have any questions at all on that, shoot me a message. Just remember that assessed value is not the same as the market value going on, because if you're watching this video at a certain time with this pandemic going on, you know the real estate market is definitely crazy. So, you know, this property tax rate is just off assessed value, which is usually significantly lower than, you know, the fair market value of a home right now, what a buyer is willing to pay. So those are my 5 reasons that you might want to consider not making a move here to Glen Ellyn. They're not really anything crazy to scare you away, but for some people that relocate here, this is just some things that you need to know when it comes to making a move here to Glen Ellyn or just anywhere here in the Chicago burbs. But, you know, at the end of the day, living here in Glen Ellyn is a terrific place, and I've dropped so many videos. I love living here. So if this is your first time on this channel, like I said, hit that subscribe button. It helps me a ton because I bring out weekly videos with what it's like playing, living, everything else in between here in the burbs. And like I said, if you need help relocating here to Glen Ellyn or anywhere else in the Chicago burbs, I would absolutely love to help you out. I have so many people reaching out to me. It's absolutely incredible. Just getting more information or, you know, setting up a game plan with me, jumping on a call. So like I said, shoot me a call, text, email. All my information is down below in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.